Welcome back to Tavern Talk. In our last episode, we explored what Dungeons & Dragons is all about. Today, we're diving into how to be a Dungeon Master or DM. If you're thinking about taking on this role, or just want to understand what goes into it, stick around. The first step to being a DM is preparation. You don't need to write a whole novel, but have a solid framework is essential. Decide on the setting, the main plot hooks, and key locations. Whether you're running a published module or creating your own world, make sure you have a clear idea of the story you want to tell. For example, let's say your campaign is setting a bustling trade city. You might outline the main factions in the city, such as a merchant guild, a secretive thieves guild, and a religious order that controls a sacred artifact. Think about how these groups interact and what conflict might arise. These details can inspire adventurers, keep your players engaged. It's also helpful to have a session zero with your players. This is where you can discuss the tone of the game, house rules, and character backstories to ensure everyone is on the same page. During this session, you can also establish the expectations for the campaign, what themes you'll explore and what boundaries you won't cross. Once the game begins, your job is to guide the players through the story while adapting to their decisions. Describe the world vividly, using sensory details to bring locations and scenes to life. For example, don't just say you walk into a forest. Instead, say the towering trees block out most of the sunlight, and you can hear the faint rustle of leaves as a cool breeze brushes past you. When playing NPCs, give them distinct voices, quirks, and motivations. For instance, the grizzled barkeep might always be polishing a glass while complaining about an adventurer ruining his furniture, while the eccentric wizard might be talking in riddles and have a habit of pulling strange objects from their pockets. These little touches make the world feel alive and help players connect with the story. Improvisation is a crucial skill for DMs. Players will often take unexpected actions, like befriending the villain or exploring a random ally. These adds layers to the conflict and give players choice beyond combat. Not every challenge has to involve combat. Puzzles, social interactions, and moral dilemmas can be just as engaging. Imagine your players are tasked with convincing a stubborn noble to fund a town's defences. Do they appeal to his sense of duty, uncover his dark secrets for leverage, or offer a bribe? Scenarios like these encourage creative thinking. Pacing is another critical element. If the game slows down too much, find ways to reintroduce tension. For example, if your players are taking too long shopping in a town, have them overhear rumours of a nearby monster attack that demands immediate attention. Conversely, if the players seem overwhelmed, give them a chance to breathe with lighter, character-focused moments, like a festival or a downtime activity. Start small. Begin with a short adventure or a one-shot to build your confidence. For example, run a simple dungeon crawl where the players must retrieve a stolen relic from a goblin-infested cave. Be flexible. Your players might take the story in unexpected directions, and that is okay. Adapt and keep the game fun. If they decide to ignore the main quest and start a bakery, roll with it and see where it leads. Use resources. There are tons of tools, guides, and pre-made adventures to help you. Don't hesitate to lean on them. For example, if you're stuck, grab a pre-written module like the Lost Mines of Palanthea to get you started. There is also D&D Beyond, a great website to help you with all things D&D. Lean on your players. Encourage your players to contribute to the story by developing detailed backstories or introducing plot hooks. For example, if a player's character is searching for their lost sibling, weave that into your narrative by making the sibling a key figure in the main plot. Learn from experiences. Every session will teach you something new, so don't worry about being perfect. Even experienced DMs are constantly learning. Embrace mistakes. If something doesn't go as planned, don't panic. Sometimes the best moments come from unexpected twists, like a failed persuasion check turning into a hilarious misunderstanding. So, that's how to be a dungeon master. It's about preparation, adaptability, and creating a fun, collaborative story with your players. Remember, the most important thing is to enjoy the journey and make memories that everyone at the table will cherish. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next episode of Tavern Talk. If you haven't already, go and dive into our podcast, which is called The Tyranny of the Black Hand, which is full of awesome D&D moments, some crazy characters, and some awesome combat, and a very heavily driven story. the players are diving into. It's fun, engaging, and I hope you would like it. You should go and check it out. Let us know in the comments below what your top tip for new DMs is. We'll see you next time on Tavern Talk.